We talk a lot about missing people here on the news, trying to help get the word out in hopes law enforcement can find them safe and sound.
That's why you've heard so much about Jeannie Quinn, who disappeared from Levelland in April of 2018 and later was found dead here in Abilene.
But another woman, Stephanie Meeks, was barely talked about when she went missing in the early 90s until now.
Because now we know that both of these women share a common tragic past, both knowing a man named Ricky Don Henderson, who's now considered by police as a person of interest in both of those cases.
Paige Peroso has 360 coverage of this case in a story you'll only see on KRBC.
Two photos, two women. Their stories tragically intertwined, although they've never met. The only thing that Stephanie Meeks and Jeannie Quinn have in common is Taylor County inmate Ricky Don Henderson, the person of interest in both of their cases. He was married to Stephanie in 1993, the year she vanished. And just last year, Henderson named a person of interest in the murder of 20-year-old Jeannie.
I cannot emphasize enough that this was a brutal and vicious crime that no one should have to endure.
That's Jeannie's uncle, John Quinn, at an Abilene police press conference. Jeannie was found hung by wire in a wooded area in Abilene after leaving Levelland with Henderson. Court documents show they were dating at the time, and an autopsy says the hanging was staged.
We are here grieving and fighting for justice to make sure Jeannie does not just become another statistic as her murderer remains out there walking the streets.
But less is known about what happened to Stephanie. She went missing in November of 1993, a year and a half after she married Henderson.
The person of interest still involved in this case is Ricky Don Henderson, and has been going back to 1994.
We met with Hockley County Sheriff Ray Cyphers at the Henderson family property. It's where Stephanie was last known to be living.
And according to what is widely known right now, is that he'd informed them that she was gone, that she had went to New Mexico and was staying with friends or family there, that she was well.
But family and friends never believed that story.
Even going back to 1994 anyway, and begin to investigate it as something's not right here, that something maybe criminal is going on.
According to notes from 1994, police searched the Henderson property for any evidence, even bringing cadaver dogs to search the fields, but never found anything.
One of the big challenges in cases like this, especially, is the lack of a crime scene.
And without a crime scene or a body, this case went cold. The only evidence came in a letter, all typed, even the signature. That letter was sent to a lab where they discovered a man's DNA sealed the envelope, and it was postmarked Lubbock instead of Hobbs. Hockley County now hoping there's enough DNA left on that letter for it to be retested. It's the only hope in moving this case forward.
You know, unfortunately, it's not like CSI and the other shows where they have an answer in 48 minutes.
Henderson currently in jail, being held in Taylor County on a parole violation in a felony drug charge.
At this point, to be a suspect, you have to be suspected of a crime. And at this point, we have a missing person, not a homicide.
We called Henderson's mother and brother, who still live on the Henderson property. Both denied our request for an interview. 25 years searching for answers. Sheriff Cyphers is hoping to close it soon. Paige Peroso, KRBC, Abilene's local news.
Paige, thank you for that report. You can get a full recap on these cases at bigcountryhomepage.com.